What's going on, everybody? It is a little chilly out here, so I am going to step in the van. Oh, yeah. Whew. It's that time of year where you just have the heater on like low and the doors open, and it's like nice and warm in the van. It's like got that like perfect temperature, although it is a little windy today, so if it wasn't so windy, this would be even more beautiful. But I think what I'm going to do is maybe kind of close this door just a little bit, just enough for Jax to come in and out. Oh, anyways, so there are some upgrades in the van that I'd like to do here eventually. I've been looking on Amazon and trying to find a thinner bed. I have a memory foam. So here it is. And this is about, I think this is a 8-incher. I had to measure it, I don't know, but I think it's either 10 or 8. And I found one that's like, that's going to be 6. So my bed, I have a frame here. This is just a piece of birch that goes across. And this is a 6-inch foam pad. Plus, we'll just call it a 10-inch memory foam. Now, if you look at this, this is a lot of wasted space. I don't think I don't need the 6-inch foam pad, not with the 10-inch memory foam. And I don't even think I need 10 inches. So I think I'm going to get a 6-inch foam pad bed. This one's kind of, I don't know, I've been sleeping weird lately on it. So this one, I think this one's going to go. I'm going to lose the 6-inch foam pad on the bottom here, and what I'd like to do is build up a good 6-7 inches, maybe even more, and build another platform on here, and then put the new bed, which is shorter, up on top, which in theory I would get about the same height on my bed. And the reason I want to do that is, for one, I want a new bed because this one's driving me crazy. It was nice at first for a while. I've had this for a good maybe 2 years now. Ever since I started van life, I got this bed, and I've had it ever since I built this van, which is actually more than 2 years. 2019 is 2003. Wow, 4 years. Whoa, man. Okay, I'm way off. Anyways, yeah. So I want to do that, and basically what that will gain me is some more storage space underneath the bed. So yeah, let me show you from the other side. So here's the back side. Might as well bust out a tape measure. So that's about 6 inches of useless space. That's just right now a foam pad that I don't need. And the bed itself looks like, okay, so it is about an 8-inch. It's an 8-inch foam pad, or I'm sorry, it's an 8-inch memory foam. I also have a pillow top. It's like a sheet, but it goes on like a sheet, but it makes it basically a pillow top. So if I lose this altogether, this will drop, right? I want to keep the same height. The height works perfect for everything up here. So what I'm going to do is lose this and then go down to a 6-inch. So in theory, that will give me, if I build up a 8-inch gap here, I think if I took, do they make 2x8? I wonder if they do. But if I built a little structure on the bed going up about 8 inches, maybe I go 7 inches, 7.25 or 7.25, because you want to compensate for the 3/4 birch. Maybe 7 would be better. So then in theory, this would drop a 1/4 inch, which is fine. I actually wouldn't mind this side dropping a little bit. So my thought was to build this up and then put another piece of birch across the whole thing, and that would open up like a slot here for some more storage, which would be cool, because then I could take my anything that's long, like a jack, or I also have recoveries, these orange recoveries, and the only reason I don't have them in the van is because there's really no good place to put them. So that would open up space for that. So that'd be kind of cool. But another thing I want to do is, when I build this second level, I kind of want to offset it just a little bit. And when I say that, offset the level. So make the side that where my head is maybe like an inch taller. So that way it's on a slight angle. And what that does for me is if you are sleeping in a van and you're off level just a little bit, and if you're off level where your head is lower than like your feet, that is super uncomfortable. You're gonna have a shitty night sleeping, and I've done it and it sucks. Where if I have this offset just an inch, then if I am unlevel, at least it's compensates a little bit. Now there's the other way. Now there could be the other way. What if I'm unlevel the way that it's okay to be unlevel? Now it's really unlevel. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I think I'm gonna try it. All I'm gonna do is build it up, and then maybe just have like a something, little spacers, 1-inch spacers on the top side on this side. That way, if it doesn't work out, I can just remove the spacers, and now this thing's back to normal. So anyways, that's a project I've been looking at. I found a bed already that's about 6 inches, memory foam, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get it. It's like $120 or something like that. And yeah, I'm going to experiment with it. So this is pretty firm, but again, memory foam, I don't think you need too much on the bottom side here, because memory foam is very, you could throw it on concrete and lay on it, and it's comfortable. So yeah, that's that project. Underneath my van, it is starting to get super rusty. This is a 2015 Ford Transit. It's 2023. So it's about, what, 8 years old now? So yeah, one thing I noticed on these newer vehicles, they went super cheap on all the undercoating and super thin on the frame and everything. Now this particular van is what they called a unibody. So basically the entire body, I'm not going to get into what a unibody is, but anyways, I want to redo the treatment underneath my van. I want to grind off all the rust that's under there. I'm going to use a primer, and I'm going to paint it. So what I'd like to do is get underneath this thing. There's rust everywhere. It's looking pretty ugly. Every time I crawl underneath the van to do an oil change or to do whatever, I look around and I just notice that, you know, it's just a matter of time before something breaks on me. For example, my shackle on the E250 snapped on me, and I had to replace it on the spot, well, pretty much. So to prevent these things from happening, I'm a big believer in undercoating. I've been working welding jobs a lot lately, and one of the most common little things I do is doing what we call fish plates on the frame underneath trucks that have been sitting outside. So I see that that's going to eventually happen on my van. So what I'd like to do is potentially weld some fish plates on any parts that look like it's getting weak, or do whatever it is I need to do to beef this thing up and prevent anything from breaking on me. First thing, definitely grind off some of the rust. Second thing, I'd like to use Rust-Oleum rust converter. What this stuff does basically is it converts the rust into a primer. So I have a ton of that I just happen to have. I was going to do that underneath the E250, but I ended up buying this van instead. So I still have a ton of it, and I'm going to use it. So after I do that, I'm going to let it dry, and then use, from Harbor Freight, it's a company called Iron Armor. It's a truck bed coating is what it is. And I've heard that this stuff works great for an undercoating. I've used it several times with some clients, and they are very happy with it. I'm happy with it. And I'm not going to use the spray. I'm going to use a roll-on type, so it's much thicker. And I think I'm going to do maybe 1, maybe 2 coats of this stuff all over the place. Because again, this van, there is just rust everywhere. It's just not happy under there, and I can see that something's eventually going to break on me. So this is all just preventative maintenance, and I'd like to do this before I leave the state for a month in January. I'd like to do this before salt is, covered on our streets. So yeah, the other thing I'd like to do, about when I purchased my boat, my Princecraft, I swapped out my tires for these beefier mud-looking tires. I swapped them out because I thought that they looked cool, and I also wanted to have better grip when I'm launching and pulling the boat out of the water, because my van is not four-wheel drive. I have seen several vehicles just spinning their back tire at ramps, and I don't want to be that guy, so that's why I got these beefier tires, thinking maybe that will help. Well, I know my boat pretty well now. I've done it so many times in and out. I feel pretty comfortable using highway tires. So I think I'm going to go back to the regular tires. Not to mention the tires that I have are the next size up. So what happened is it threw my speedometer off. So not only am I losing fuel economy, but my speedometer isn't right. I'm doing 40, it says I'm doing 30. So there's no way to reprogram the PCM for that. So I think it's best I just go back to the regular tires, gain my fuel economy back. It won't look as great. It won't look as cool, in my opinion, but you know what? I'm willing to sacrifice that. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's really nothing too much more upgrades I want to do on this van. You know, I've done a lot of I might get another swivel seat for the driver's side, because I got that one on the passenger. That, you know, on the driver's side, that'd be kind of cool too. Maybe, we'll see. But anyways, yeah, if you made it this far, you're the weirdos, not me. But thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, keep it real, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Maybe I'll make a video about Jax, even though I did a video on Jax in season 2, but maybe I'll do like an upgrade video. That's what this video is called. Van upgrades, ? Well, anyways, again, have a good one, guys. I'm going to stop talking now. Take care.